Friday, we've been out there.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2025-2026 Winter Athletic Awards Ceremony. I'd like to begin tonight by expressing my greatest gratitude to several individuals. First, a huge thank you to Mr. Moody and his administration for their support to our athletic program. To our APA families, thank you for your commitment and the many sacrifices that you make. Your dedication to this community is seen, valued, and deeply appreciated. To Coach Tyre, Coach Gainey, Mr. Pittman, Ms. Overcash, thank you for your dedication and the countless hours you invest in our student athletes. Thank you to Carmen Jones and our Patriot Club, volunteers who spend tons of time raising money that's poured right directly back into our athletic program that go into our student athletes. Thank you for your time and efforts. To our coaching staff, an exceptional group of coaches who represent the very best in our profession. I truly appreciate each of you and the countless ways that you invest in our student athletes, both on and off the court, in the bleachers, and in the pool. And finally, our student athletes, the heart and soul of our program. Thank you for your hard work, your passion, and the representation of what APA stands for. Congratulations for surviving the longest of 3 seasons. The winter sports season is definitely the longest. Keep in mind our first basketball game was played before football season ever concluded. Winter sports come with it all. Thanksgiving, exams, Christmas, winter break, and of course, snow. Making it more of a marathon than a season. But congratulations on not only surviving the winter season, but making it a successful and fun one, marked by growth and invaluable experience at our middle school programs, success in the pool, spirit in the bleachers, and the accomplishments at the JV varsity levels of basketball. Tonight, we celebrate and recognize both individual and team achievements, honoring the dedication, effort, and commitment that made this season so special. Now tonight, if you win an award, we ask that you please come up. On this side, you'll exit down here. Oh no, I'm sorry, we're gonna do it down front, right? Yeah, sorry, right? Stop right here in front of the big APA square. Mr. Pittman's gonna take a picture. Once you take your picture, you come back with your team. In the end, if you win an award, middle bleachers will take a big group picture. At this time, I ask that Coach Sam Rouse please come forward.
Good evening. Coach Moeller and I would like the team to come forward while we recognize recognition. That dedication, integrity, and quiet leadership is why they are deserving recipients of the Leadership Award. Congratulations to the season leaders, Ruby Dowdy, Sydney McInerney, and our senior, Ainsley Robinson. Known for her endless quips and signature wit, this cheerleader brings unmatched spirit to the team. While jokes and humor are front and center, beneath it all, she is a humble and incredibly loyal teammate and deeply caring friend who makes sure everyone's heard and valued. She is unapologetically sincere and, unbeknownst to many, notices the smallest details about her teammates, how they're doing, whether they might need support, and often shows up with snacks and treats just to brighten their day. Brave in her tumbling and endlessly dedicated to bringing smiles to her teammates, that dedication, heart, and unforgettable wit are exactly why Sophia Hopkins is the recipient of the Most Spirited Award. This cheerleader quietly went above and beyond, spending countless hours on FaceTime, patiently teaching new teammates their cheers. When the season began and it was time to see who had truly learned and polished the material, it was clear she knew every cheer, and so did the cheerleaders she helped. Her willingness to give her time, knowledge, and encouragement never came with the need for recognition.
Good evening. My name is John Tyre. I'm the head coach of the JV girls basketball team. At this time, I'd like to invite the JV girls basketball players to come forward. First, I would like to thank head of school, David Moody, for allowing me to coach this pair. I'm truly grateful. I would also like to thank our athletic director, Robert Kravitz, and our assistant athletic director, Landry Gainey, for everything they do behind the scenes to support our programs. Thank you to our athletic trainer, Candace Overcash, for helping keep our athletes healthy and ready to compete. Thank you to our sports information director, Ryan Pittman, for taking pictures and highlighting our team on social media. I would also like to thank Mr. Clark for keeping the book throughout the season, and all of our parents for their continued support and encouragement. The JV girls had a respectable season, finishing with a record of 8 wins and 3 losses. Although our season ended 1 game short of the conference tournament championship, I could not be prouder of what these young ladies accomplished. The next award is the offensive award. This player led our team in offensive rebounds and 3 years, and she will truly be missed. The first MVP award goes to Jaden Lucas. The second MVP award goes to a player I constantly place in the toughest situations during games, because I knew she could handle it. As our point guard, and then I put her at the top of our defense. She was the top of our press, and so she was always in the toughest situations, like I said. She also was the second leading scorer with 97 points this season. Like our first MVP, I had the pleasure of coaching her for 3 years as well, and she will also truly be missed. The second MVP award goes to Caroline Clark. To our players, parents, and staff, thank you again for making the season such a success. I'm incredibly proud of the team and already looking forward to next season. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Mike Kearney, and I had the pleasure of coaching this year's 6th and 7th grade boys basketball team. At this time, I would like to ask the players to come forward. This year's team finished the season with an 8-2 record. The only team that we lost to was Rocky Mountain Academy. They were just a little better than we were this year. The highlight for me, however, was beating Harrell's twice, which rarely happens. We played some really good basketball down the stretch and have a good core of 6th graders returning. This was a fun bunch of kids. We shared a lot of laughs, with the exception of a couple of locker room chats here and there. But anyway, now for the team awards. The first award tonight is the offensive award. This award is shared by 2 young men. The first young man led the team in scoring. We moved him from the 2 guard to forward, and this benefited his game. He is a 2-year starter and will transition well to the 8th grade team next year. Offensive award goes to Cooper Keene. The second offensive award this evening goes to another 2-year starter. He rarely leaves the game because we were just better when he was on the floor. He plays hard, gets a lot of trash baskets as a result. We rely on him to rebound every night. His outside shooting improved as the year went on as well. Offensive award goes to Chandler Wilder.
again, Coach Brown, Clooney, school administration for entrusting me to lead this group of young men this year. Coach Travis, whole athletic department, for your support throughout the season. My parents, also for being there every game, cheering the boys on, and being there whenever I needed you. My assistant coach, Coach Harris, and also his mom for keeping the book for me this year. Coach Brian for always being at the game, taking pictures, making sure our scores are updated for everybody to see. And last, Miss Overcash, for making sure our athletes were healthy throughout competition. This year at the beginning of the season, it started off kind of rough for us. We struggled, we made mistakes. There were a lot of times that things didn't go our way when we felt like they should have in most games. So with that being said, we took a couple of tough losses early in the year. But what I'm most proud of about this group is that they didn't quit when the struggle was hard. They could have tucked their tail and didn't want to play anymore because they lost consecutive games. But they countered that with, holding each other accountable, working hard in practice, pushing each other to compete, and just playing with more Patriot pride every game. So I think, we finished the season better than we started, and I think that's most important. So with that being said, in my opinion, the ultimate goal is to be better as an athlete and as a person, and I think that this season, we accomplished that. I wish them luck as they go to the next level, JV, to compete for Coach Knight. I think they have a bright future ahead of them as long as they keep their head down, do the work, and continue to be a team. Now for team awards. The first award, team in scoring, led the team in steals. He was third in rebounding. He was the heart and soul of our team. He had a lot of responsibility throughout the game. It didn't take long to see that he would have the ball in his hands 90% of the time. So he faced double team, triple teams, full court press, boxing ones. I mean, you name it. And he still came out of every timeout, every quarter, still ready to compete, still ready to lead his team and be a great teammate. Last MVP award goes to Lofty Cooper.
Hard and was receptive to coaching. She never let her emotions get the best of her and tried to help her teammates when she could. That is why this Patriot Award goes to Mackenzie Massey. Next, I'd like to honor an individual who provided a veteran presence. I can't believe I'm referencing this seventh grader as a veteran, but with this team, she was one. She led our warm-ups and helped hold her teammates accountable while never being too serious and made sure everyone had a positive attitude. That is why this Coach's Award goes to Langley Christensen. Thank you all for a great season.
Good evening, AKA family. I've had the privilege of coaching JV in the past. This year, Coach Ashlyn Bridgen could not be here this evening, so I will be reading her speech for her. I have had the privilege of coaching some of these girls in the past, so I have witnessed firsthand their dedication and talent. So it's an honor to speak on her behalf this evening. It's been an honor to coach the JV cheerleaders. This season has been incredible. JV cheerleaders, come on up. Every single member has shown dedication, passion, and a true spirit that truly makes this team special. I want to start by acknowledging our two amazing captains. Their leadership has been nothing short of inspiring. They have poured their hearts into this team, and their efforts have not gone unnoticed. Thank you both for being such a great role model and leading by example. Our leadership awards go to Ashley Robinson and Piper Kate Presley. Neither of which could be here this evening. The next award is the Most Spirited Award. There were two girls who have been the heartbeat of our team, always loud, always proud, and their enthusiasm lifted everyone around them. These awards are given to Charlotte Burns and Taryn Kravitz. Their spirit is truly contagious. Finally, our last award is the Coaches Award. This award is going to a cheerleader who has always been positive, willing to help out, and always gave 110%. The Coaches Award goes to Victoria Succulents. You are a true gem and you are a good person. Thank you all for an amazing season. I'm so proud of each and every one of you and can't wait to see what you accomplish together next year.
JV basketball team, please come up front.
Good evening. I am Ben Knight, coach of this year's JV basketball team. I want to start off, of course, by thanking Mr. Moody and Coach Kravitz, Coach Landry for giving me the opportunity to spend every afternoon the last 3.5 months with this good group of young men. Also want to thank Candace for helping out with some of the injuries we had this year, unfortunately. And I want to thank these kids for trusting me to help them become a better team and better players. And I think that trust is one of the most valuable things you can have between a coach and his team. This group started out with a little bit of adversity. Our best shooter, best player over the summer, broke his leg in the fall and hadn't started running until the second week of practice. And then our anchor and a team leader, our best rebounder and big man, Cole Harris, who's not here this evening, broke his foot during winter break and only got to play 8 games. And then for the first couple of weeks of the season, the football team was excellent. We were missing 2 kids for the first, I think, 4 weeks of the season while they were out enjoying the football playoffs. And then we had a couple of kids who missed 4 weeks because they were sick. And so we didn't really weren't able to field a 5-on-5 practice until the 3rd week of the year, I think after our first game. So, a few other things held us back to start the season. One of them being a coach that hadn't coached at this level for about 30 years. So they had to overcome that as well. With that said, we started out 3-5, and I think by all measures, we're feeling like we had underachieved to that point. Our next game right before winter break was against Rocky Mount, who we lost to earlier in the season, and we felt like we had a chance to beat them. We felt like we had a chance to beat all of the teams that we had played last one to that point. And so I said to the kids before that game, I said, we played 8 games. There's 23 games in the season. There's 15 left. I think we can win 15 games. And so we went out that day and proceeded to beat the you-know-what out of Rocky Mount, even though they were without their 2 best players. That group of kids had still beaten this group of kids the last couple of years. We beat them by 27. And I feel like a lot of things clicked for the first time. And I was really proud to see that and built a lot of confidence. We went on to win 5 in a row. Played a couple of really great games against some really good teams. We lost to Cape Fear by 5. They were the only team this year to beat one of the other teams that we played really well against, Wayne Christian. And so, though we finished 10-10, I feel like this group with a call here, a couple plays here, really could have had a much more impressive record. I don't think this was a great indicator of the quality of team that they became at the end of the year. The proudest moment I had in this group was after the snowstorm. We hadn't practiced all week. We lost 3 games due to the storm, and unfortunately we're playing the best team in the conference, who at that point was 17-1, and beat pretty much everybody, including us, by at least 20 points. And we were playing in their gym, and 5 of their starters all played varsity, and 3 of their starters on JV were probably 3 of the best players on their varsity team. So it's a tall order. We started the game out 11-0 and had a close game all the way through to the end, and had a chance to win. We were down 3 with 40 seconds left. And the reason I bring this up is because one of the things we talked about all year was learning how to compete against teams that are objectively better than you are, physically, record-wise, whatever they're put on paper, whatever their reputation is, getting out onto the court and competing the best you can, and learning how to overcome all those obstacles. And this group in that game demonstrated that they had overcome a lot. To play that team that close was an impressive accomplishment. I was really proud of them for that. All right, now on to the awards. I've got an award that I really value giving because for this player in particular, the last couple of seasons, he didn't get as much time on the court as he would have liked, but he still decided to come out and play JV this year. And in practice, he won our sprint almost every time. He was dedicated to every drill. He asked a lot of questions. He never really went a day without wanting to get better and wanting to learn. And after Cole Harris broke his foot, this young man had earned the right to start. And he started the next several games during the winning streak and made a big impact, became part of the rotation. I'm really excited to have him here next year. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, but this award goes to Will House. The next award is the Patriot Award, which we've all heard is the outstanding citizen for your team. So for me, that embodies sportsmanship, team play, positive attitude, and sets an example of how to carry yourself day in and day out in practice, in games, with his teammates. This award goes to Nixon Christensen. Nixon was always upbeat, always smiling. He brought a ton of positive energy. He was a heck of a defender. And despite playing fewer minutes than the starters, was second on the team with 32 steals and proved to be a real ball hawk on the defensive end. He had a great season. The last award I have tonight is the MVP. This was a challenge to pick because we didn't really have one player that was heads and shoulders above anybody else. We had key contributions from a bunch of different kids throughout the season. I think at several different points, arguably could have said 3 or 4 of the kids were the best player on the team for periods during the season. But I think this player in particular, I wound up picking because of his leadership on and off the floor. He's an excellent student. He has tremendous work ethic. He is a fierce competitor, and he excelled at both ends of the court, which is something that I think in today's game is wholly undervalued. The defensive impact on our team was tremendous. He led our team in assists, minutes. He was second in rebounds and steals, three-point percentage. He was third in points, and number one, I think, in impact on the game. And so our MVP this year is Sam Ford. So, great group of kids to coach. I'm really privileged and honored to have gotten to know them and to spend the last 3.5 months with them. And I'm excited for the ones that are coming back next year, and excited to coach some of the other ones at varsity level next year. So, great season, guys. Proud of you.
Good evening. My name is Casey Charles. It's my 9th season as head coach of the Parent Academy swim team. If we could have all the swimmers come up to the front, please. All half of you. No. I'd like to start by thanking Mr. Moody, Ms. Smith, Coach Kravitz, and the board of directors for giving me the opportunity to teach and coach at Parent. To the APA swimming families, thank you for your help with setting up meets, timing, and doing all the little jobs so little behind the scenes. Mrs. Mazel, I thank you for organizing the senior dinner. Mrs. Lowe, thank you for creating signs for our swimmers at competitions and the goodie bags you created for those athletes. Ms. Tanner, thank you for getting the word out about our team's success over the intercom. Your efforts are always and all appreciated. There's no way I can do my job without the support of our great APA parents. I think it's also vitally important to recognize that everyone in this building tonight, whether you swim or play basketball, or you are a cheerleader, or you support those activities, you've all made sacrifices to enable Parrott to flourish as an educational institution, one that universally supports students who seek academic, artistic, and athletic improvement on a daily basis. I'm proud to be a representative of Parrott Academy, and I feel a deep sense of gratitude in the classroom or in the pool, whether I'm high-fiving a lower school kid, or teaching a flip turn, or covering the systematic downfall of the character of Concord and things fall apart. I truly love this academy and the ideals that we all strive for in the classroom, on the courts, and fields, and in the water. Swimming is a sport that demands personal attention to detail. Yes, there's accountability to the team, but there's also accountability to yourself, to your race, to your preparation, to the quiet work no one sees. You don't get lucky in this sport. The ball doesn't bounce one way or another. There are no bad calls to blame except for that one in New Bern. Parker, am I right? I digress. You try enthusiastically to reach both personal and team goals. This group has shown attention to detail. They've embraced personal accountability, and their improvement throughout the season reflects that commitment. And finally, I'm proud because we have failed a little, triumphed a lot, and learned something every step of the way. That is what swimming teaches, and that is what this team represents. For our individual awards, our first award is for most outstanding. It will go to the most outstanding. This student athlete was the most outstanding. He scored the most points at all dual meets, led all relays with the fastest times. Additionally, he is a leader in practice and at meets. His demeanor is not showy or arrogant. He just comes to the pool ready to work and ready to encourage his teammate. Our most outstanding is Finley Charles. Thank you all.
Good evening. My name is Garrett Blackwater, and I'm the head basketball coach. And I'm honored to be the head basketball coach for the varsity girls. Can y'all come up, please? These are my girls right here. We only had 7 on the team this year. 6 are here tonight. This is seriously the best group I've ever been around. Not just as players, but as people. Y'all look at them. They're nice, respectful, put together. Don't let that fool you. They can flip that switch. They play hard, they're aggressive, and they give 100% effort every time. And that fires me up. Parents that travel to the away games, especially on the road, and helping me occasionally also yell at the referees. Callie's dad, RL, where are you? There you are. I see you. Thanks for having my back. You always got my back on the refs. Coach Kravitz, Coach Moody, thank you for trusting me with this team again. I appreciate you. Ryan, thanks for the social media stuff, whatever that means. But the girls really like that when you do that, so thank you. We had a fun and exciting year. We finished 14-7. 5 of our 7 losses came to Rocky Mount Academy and Cape Fear. They will be losing a lot of seniors, so I can't wait to play them next year. We also made the state playoffs and got a first-round upset when we beat Trinity in Raleigh. And I just can't help myself but to remind everyone that we beat John Hall not once, but twice this year. Give it up, give it up. But more important than any of that, our season was never about wins, losses, and individual stats. Once again, it was about living into our mission, vision, and values. We believed if we did that, the wins would take care of themselves. Our mission statement, I won't make you guys say it out loud, but our mission statement is, if you want to say it with me, you can. To improve through hard work, be optimistic and encouraging teammates, and to play harder than our opponents. The first part, to improve through hard work. The girls worked hard in every practice, at every drill. Even scrimmaging against a team of 5 guys for the last hour of most practices, which improved their speed, their physicality, and their confidence. The second part of our mission is to be optimistic and encouraging teammates, which I saw them do by lifting each other up after mistakes and celebrating each other's success. The last part of our mission statement is what we talk about the most, is to play harder than our opponents. We did this almost every game, and that's what made me proud. Our vision statement is to build a strong foundation of life skills on and off the court. This is my favorite part, and the reason why Tyler and I coach. 30 minutes before most practices, the team sat down with each other. We spent time laughing or just talking about basketball, life, faith, or whatever was going on in their world. That time mattered, as it allowed us to bond and build trust with each other. We also focused on our 4 core values, which are tough, coachable, good teammates, and have fun. We made it a point to recognize those behaviors in each other, because what you celebrate gets repeated. Another thing we focused on this year were our roles on the team. We had to understand that each girl brings a different skill set and talent. We have shooters, we have defensive specialists, we have rebounders, and we have ball handlers. We learned that understanding and accepting our role is a skill in itself. This was important because this will carry over into life and careers. Each girl knew how their role contributed to the success of the team. This was big for us, so thank you girls for embracing that and accepting your roles. Now to the fun part. I would like to introduce the girls. I'm going to introduce them from right to left, that way you'll know who I'm talking about. Freshman point guard Ava Brady, who definitely did not play like a freshman. Ava averaged 9.5 points a game and was our 3rd leading scorer with a season high 16 points against Rocky Mountain. Coming in as a new addition to the team, she stepped right into the point guard role and handled it like a veteran. She was fearless, bringing the ball up against pressure and that gave our offense a lot of confidence. I cannot overstate how important that is, especially as a freshman. Ava also had a knack for making big shots when we needed them the most. Last week against Trinity, she hit back-to-back threes to take the lead and help secure the win. That was pretty big time. We're fortunate to have you join us this year, Ava, and I'm excited to see how you grow over the next couple years. Next is sophomore Lucy Jones. Again, Lucy was one of our top defensive players this year. We consistently put her on the other team's best scorer, and she lived in their personal space all game. She made things uncomfortable. She also did the little things that win ball games. Her box outs were so good that even a referee turned to me during a game and said, "Wow, that was an amazing box out by number 4." Lucy truly lived out our core value of toughness. She dove on the floor for loose balls, took elbows to the face, and even took a hard pass to the nose. But none of it slowed her down. That's who Lucy is. 100% effort, all the time. One more thing, you can always count on Lucy saying, "Thank you, coach," after every practice. That says a lot about her. So that's Lucy. Sophomore guard, Caroline Stocks. Caroline has a quiet confidence about her that makes her special. She doesn't need or want attention. She's probably hating this right now. She lets her play speak for itself. But Caroline was our leading scorer at 12.5 points a game this year and had a season-high 23 against Trinity in Raleigh. In that game, she came out on fire, scoring the first 11 points with 3 straight threes and a mid-range jumper. They immediately went boxing one on her. That's who she is. When she gets going, she can change a game in a hurry. Caroline was our go-to on offense. Coach Tyler gave her the nickname Microwave because she heats up so quickly. But what people don't see is the hard work she puts in behind the scenes. Being able to shoot like Caroline doesn't just happen. It comes from hours in the gym and countless reps in her backyard. Valley was our second leading scorer at 10.5 points a game, with a career-high 21 against Jones Sr. She played with a physical edge all season, attacking the glass with big rebounds, driving the ball strong, and getting to the free.
Which a lot of that goes unnoticed, but is very necessary and for any type of success on the defensive end. Our defensive MVP, who is not here as well, is David Dunn. For offensive MVP, this guy was our second leading scorer with 12.4 points per game. He led us in offensive rebounding. He was a very underrated passer. He also led us in three-point percentage along with overall field goal percentage. He had a great year for us and will be strong in this next season. Our offensive MVP is Finn Kelp. For MVP, this young man led us in just about every statistical category. He led us in scoring with 21.3 points per game. He saw every team's best defender and every type of jump defense you can go against. Not only that, but he was 33rd in the state in steals per game and averaged 1.1 blocks per game on the defensive end. So our MVP is Chase Jones. Next, given we finished second in 3A classification of our conference, we're in 3 all-conference nominations and 1 all-conference honorable mention. So congrats to Finn Kelp, Chase Jones, and Sebastian Myers for all-conference. And David Dunn, who is not here for all-conference honorable mention. And now our last award is for Conference Player of the Year for the 3A classification of our conference. This was voted on by all the coaches within our conference. So huge congrats to Chase Jones for being named Conference Player of the Year. Congrats to all these young men for a successful season. I'm looking forward to all of you guys that will be back next year in their future, and then you guys that are seniors moving forward, just seeing what you guys become. So,
Yeah. Mr. Corey, Sam, have a seat, sir. If we could let Mr. Pittman take the first picture, and then parents, please, then you can take pictures. All right, kids, don't go anywhere.